basically we were involved with this general service because at the weekends was when the squadron was very active, and the Wirraways had to be ready for flight. Things like checking the spark plugs and servicing the hydraulics, checking out the oil tanks, and in the case of the Merlins in the Mustangs, we were involved in mixing up the glycol coolant in the correct proportions. Things like checking the magneto timings on both the Wirraways and the Merlins, which of course all this was done with us little Irks were doing it in conjunction with a regular guy. The Vampires were a bit of a pain because all the engine cowlings on those, they were a composite aluminium wooden structure, but the fuselage fairings were moulded plywood held on by dozens and dozens of brass Phillips head screws. Whereas the Merlins, the engine cowlings were held on by Zeus fasteners, which were a quarter of a turn fitting, very easy to do, but it's quite exciting to climb up onto the top of an engine of a Mustang and wriggle yourself out towards the propeller to undo the clips that held the cowlings on. There weren't any work safety regulations in those days, so we just got up there and did the job. The only close call we saw was the CO of 21 Squadron. Went out for a Saturday afternoon flight, I think it was a Saturday, took a Vampire up and came in and landed somewhat short and hit the back of the tail booms on the ground at the end of the runway. Taxied in and everybody was very worried that he might have bent something, but all he succeeded in doing, they did have rubber bump stops underneath the booms, and he'd removed both of those rather neatly.